Like I would always say, having good intentions are not always enough for raising children. Yes, you might be having good intentions, but your intentions as well can be flawed. Something happened in the scripture. A woman named Salome, in the book of Matthew chapter 20 precisely. This woman, though having good intentions, her intentions were not good enough, because the intention she had would eventually be the reason for which her children were endangered. This woman, as it were, walked up to Jesus and pleaded with him to grant that the two children sit in the place of honor. This would later result to the rest of the disciples being indignant against the two children, James and John. As parents or guardians, sometimes in the guise of wanting the best for our children and all of that, tend to push them into a tight corner. We tend to stretch them beyond normal. For instance, some parents could go to any length to see that their children are placed in higher positions even amongst their peers. These have in several cases resulted to them gaining for themselves unnecessary enmity. Secondly, always stepping in for the children may seem right, but then it inhibits them to make firm decisions when they should be able to stand up for themselves. Salome thought she was doing her children good by demanding of Jesus to place them in the place of honor without knowing the cost and the context of what she was actually asking of. Jesus in return asked, "Are you able to drink of the cup which I am to drink?" The children, of course, out of ignorance, consented that they were able to drink of Jesus' cup, not knowing what it entails. Why it is your desire to push that child to stretch his or herself beyond normal? Be careful so that don't push them to their breaking limit, to a point where they will not be able to live normally as they should. In all you do, remember, good intentions are not always enough to raise children. Yes, just as the scripture said, train up a child in the way he should go. Not in the way you want him to go. The way you want him to go might not necessarily be the best way for him to go. Also, it is not the way the child wants to go. There is a way he or she should go, and that is the way you should be careful to train them up in. Be intentional. Thank you.